I'm no caveman fiction expert, but maybe Gronk was sniffing around and went, "That's an interesting odor," and one thing led to another, and she went, "Oh," and then we're off to the races.
Behold, trapped in a hellscape of their own invention, socially unaware old white men bound by the pretense of being fake lawyers yet knowing no law, no exquisite Latin terminology, they are inexplicably compelled to quibble over minutia, squabble over triflings, and bicker like those who value their backyards far too highly without even knowing the difference between an easement and an alleyway. At this very moment, you have entered the heart of the law offices of Quibble, Squabble, and Bicker. Let's get started.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Law Offices of Quibble, Squabble, and Bicker.
And Bob.
Today we have a new guest who, is basically auditioning for permanent status or not. This is Bob Bringhurst. He and I went to college together and last saw each other during my vacation. But prior to that, it was 1989 was the time I had seen, the last time I saw Bob. And I had forgotten why we used to hang out. But then when we started hanging out, I went, oh, yeah, that's why. So I thought I'd ask him to join us to our next episode, and here he is. Now, our particular client for today is, do you remember your first time? So we're going to get kind of right into it. The whole concept behind it is discussing the first time humanity ever did something, whatever that something happens to be. Now, does anybody want to start off with this particular discussion, or do you want me to do it?
I could start off by saying I'm the only fan of caveman fiction. That's my favorite genre because it always discusses that kind of stuff. Who was the first caveman who lied? Who said, "Oh, I can, tell this guy something and then do something."
All right, sorry, I have to digress already. What the hell is caveman fiction?
Stories about cavemen. There's a few. It's a very small genre.
Where did this come from?
Does that include Captain Caveman? I have to interrupt. Does that include
Captain Caveman? He's in the present, so that actually take place back then. And so I was, that's fascinating to me. Like, who was the first caveman who, felt jealousy? The first human, because maybe monkeys feel jealousy. I don't know if pre-humans felt that. I don't think they do like we do, because we have sentience, and so all these other stupid things come along. Who is just those weird things? Who's the first caveman who felt actual romantic love, other than just wanting to stick his dick in a warm hole? Who was like, and he wouldn't even be able. I read a story once where the guy didn't have the words to express it. He was like, my heart feels hungry.
Googling caveman. What you call it?
I don't even know if it's like a listed
caveman
genre.
Fiction.
But there's a few stories. There's some comic books.
Fiction.
I just read one called Kong the Untamed about cavemen. There's a few books about cavemen. And so that's why I always like those, because what's the first time humans did this stupid behavior?
Time out. Out of the gate, that's a whole lot to unpack. We've gone from caveman fiction to, what did you say about sticking in love and then jealousy?
Yeah, who was the first caveman who felt romantic love? That had to be the first time. Like, dogs don't feel that. Apes don't feel that. Well, maybe apes do, sorry. But,
Bob, you're pretty old. When was the first time did you witness the first time a caveman actually experienced love?
I think it was you. When you mentioned that your first date, you were like attached. You wouldn't become unattached, and you would constantly want to use my apartment or my room on campus to get together. And then one time I got mad because you were doing other things too.
Did you claim the shit?
When you see someone who's in love for the first time, they are it's everything, 100%. They're latched together. And so I don't know which was the first time, but I saw it happen to other people before it happened to me, where nothing else, you just attach, and then your life is destroyed when you break up finally. Wasn't it like that for your first love?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the first time you witnessed a caveman have sex.
Oh.
Well, he was talking about you are kind of a caveman.
Deeper.
Because he's the oldest one of the four of us, actually. He's older than I am. So finally, there's someone older than me. And I figured he, experienced it back when it first happened, millennia ago.
Yes.
I
That's like
just
a
don't know that we
substitute
can.
teacher joke.
No,
I think I'd be more interested. I'm more interested in this. Like the first time people ate shit that obviously you shouldn't eat.
Like lobster. Who was the first guy who was hungry enough to eat a lobster? That spiny.
Right.
It doesn't look edible. It looks painful.
Well, it
He must have been
probably
hungry.
started from smaller insects that they ate and they got bigger, and they went, okay, well, then we can eat that thing possibly, like,
But I bet he
Okay.
must have been really hungry. He must have been starving.
Explain an artichoke then.
I think
That's like
Explain
eating
an
a pine
artichoke?
cone.
I
Why
think
would
if you're
anyone
hungry
eat an
enough,
artichoke?
I think hunger, like extreme hunger. They were just shoving shit in their mouths. They were probably eating dirt, rocks. They were whatever. They
Monkey,
were
okay. Monkey brains. They had to work for that.
yeah. They were hungry.
Or any brains, actually.
That's pretty good food.
I don't
Well,
know.
I
of
mean,
any
maybe
brains that
look
aren't
at
edible.
like the first time humanity actually ate anything,
Well, no,
s-
they were already eating, or they wouldn't be alive.
We're getting into chicken and egg territory here, Matt.
Well, did they eat the chicken first or they eat the egg first?
I believe they
Right,
ate the
both.
chicken first. That just seems obvious to me.
What about who's the first caveman who tried to like enjoyed his food? His food. He was a foodie who was like, "Oh, I'm not just surviving. This tastes better than this. I like, and when I add this thing to it, it tastes better." The first
It's
chef.
probably the first time a chicken ran into a fire is when that happened.
Yeah, or
Like
they threw.
they're chasing chickens around. One of them went into the fire that apparently I guess was already made at that point. I don't know. They probably started off eating raw chicken before
Yeah,
they had fires,
sure they
obviously.
did.
But what made, it also becomes the idea of like what made them decide to eat live animals first as opposed to just shrubbery.
Well, I think they
Like
did.
how would
I
they
think
know
did
that that
both.
other thing was good, tasty enough?
I think it's in our brains. We're hardwired. We just like it. We like meat. We always have.
Yeah, but how do we know like we liked meat until we tried it?
It felt pleasurable, like just like sex. How did we know we liked fucking? But we did. We kept fucking and propagating the race. It just Mother Nature made it feel good to us to do these things. It's a pleasure.
Well, we can go into the first time they ever had sex too. Like what made it that a good thing to do?
Well, they were already having sex before they were humans.
But before the consciousness came in
It's instinct.
and they went,
like all animals. All animals want to fuck. They want to, it's
Procreation, I think, is pretty hardwired in all living things.
but
Setting
when the
aside
first person thought about it and went, why
sentient
am I
love or
doing
whatever.
this?
I
Or they
think you
went,
just like it naturally. You don't think about it. It's just this feels good. Ugh, ugh, ugh.
right, but you were talking about like any wet hole before.
Yeah, like
So when did it become from the wet hole to the wet human?
it was usually the wet human, but I'm sure they jerked off, and if they couldn't find a wet human,
Well, we know they did because if you look at any of the chimpanzees, they definitely did that. But
yeah, exactly, they love it.
I think the
What
woman
about this?
touched it.
Who's
Do you
the
know
first?
that for a fact, Greg? Do you know that they love it? Have you interviewed these monkeys and
Yeah,
said, "Hey,
yeah.
man,
Well, they'd stop doing. They wouldn't do it so much if they didn't love it. Why are they doing it so much? But this
but
is
think
the
they do
Bob
it-
was trying to say something though. Bob,
Yes.
what did you say?
When she touched it the first time, he wanted her to touch it again, and it went from there.
yeah. What about this, guys? Here's trickier. Who was the first caveman who went down on a woman, or vice versa? Because there's nothing to do with procreation there. Who's the first one to figure out?
Greg always gets like right into the sex talk.
Oral
It's like
sex.
we can't go anywhere else.
Do you think
Except
cavemen
at
were
that.
going down on each other? Do you think cavemen were like fellatio and cunnilingus? Do they even know what that?
Well, they
Yeah,
probably started wondering, could they actually eat the thing?
If they were that
Yeah,
hungry?
like they're like,
I don't-
hey,
I-
I eat this other thing that comes out of the ocean, and this is, has an odor that's similar, then maybe we go. That's a possibility. If we want to go into that concept.
I think they were smart enough not to cannibalize
well,
their meat.
let's take a look. I'll be the
Were they
evolutionary.
smart enough not to cannibalize people?
Just like animals, dumb animals don't eat each other because, they're
Animals don't eat each other?
not normally if they're starving. Yeah, but it's not like cannibalism isn't like common among species. It's
Well, that's
against their.
not true at all. Cannibalism is kind of not that uncommon among mammals, even.
Especially fish.
Yeah.
Fish
Okay.
mammals.
Fish. But
But if they were all,
baboons will murder and eat other baboons' babies. They'll murder chimp babies. Chimps will eat baboons. That's
but isn't it just like the weak ones or something? Because they wouldn't survive if they were all eating each other constantly. Because that was
Well, they would get
hardwired.
no,
together and they
it's
fight
either
off the ones who are trying to eat them.
yeah, it might be the weaker one. It might be somebody else's baby, some other troop, some other tribe. I think cannibalism has been around a long time.
It just seems if you were in the throes of lust, you wouldn't want to literally eat the vagina of your partner. You'd
I'm
be
not
like,
saying that they were in the throes of that, though.
no, I'm saying they are. That's what cunnilingus,
Maybe
implies
I mean
a sexual
I'm
act.
no caveman fiction expert, but maybe Gronk was sniffing around and went, "That's an interesting odor," and one thing led to another, and she went, "Ooh," and then we're off to the races. I think it's a
And
natural
that was
extinction.
actually a caveman ooh that was the sound that Brendan made.
Ew. Ugh. Ooh.
I speak
Uh,
cave woman, apparently.
I didn't know that. But it sounds like a good time to actually bring up our first sponsor, which is going to be whatever it was that Brendan sent me.
Hey, old man, you still telling that story about your big game in high school? Yeah? Nobody cares, all right? Every conversation you got. Cars were better, music was better. Politicians were saints. Yeah, buddy, they weren't. You were just skinnier and could do stairs without thinking about it. That's why there's Blabbernew. It shuts you the hell up about 1978. So you can enjoy the dumpster fire we got now. Side effects may include buying a shirt that actually fits, listening to your wife without checking out, Googling something before arguing with your kid, and in rare cases, admitting you were wrong about literally anything. If you feel the need to start a sentence with, "Back in my day," for more than 4 hours, call your doctor immediately. Or just don't. Blabber nil. You're not losing the past. You're just making room for new crap to complain about.
Nice.
Okay.
I like it.
That's a
Good
there's
work there,
genuine
Brendan.
need for
I
that.
like it.
Thank you, thank you. Once it goes live, you'll have to watch the show again because I was putting together a whole pharmaceutical ad vibe with people, and like I said, it just got out of control.
I think
When
things
you
are
start putting video files together, it definitely adds time to creating an ad than when we used to just make them up on the spot while we were
Oh
talking.
I
yeah,
wish I grew up
exactly.
now. I'd rather grow up now with the internet and all that shit. I don't like think, oh, I had it better. I
You
would love
realize that you have grown up throughout the internet, Greg.
I
It's
know,
been
but I
going on for
missed like 30 years of it. I had no internet. I had to buy records when I could afford it, and I couldn't listen to every song in the world for
the
free.
internet started in the early 90s, Greg.
Yeah, if you were
You weren't
rich.
30 then.
If you were rich and you had a computer, sure. I didn't have a computer. I couldn't afford one.
If you were rich and had a computer, you would have
If I
things
was
like
a
the
rich nerd.
internet.
La-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Greg
So
sold uppers from a pizza place.
I used to think if I was richer, I wouldn't have to use his typewriter. I could buy a word processor.
Yeah. I remember getting my first typewriter that just had the one line you could do and correct, and then that would go, and then you go to the next sentence. So you wouldn't have to use whiteout as much. And that was a miracle. I was like, holy shit.
Well, the college that Bob and I went to at the library, they had all manual typewriters for us to use whenever we wanted to do like papers and things. And this was in an age of electric typewriters, and I don't think there were word processors quite yet that were available, but
They did have them.
yeah.
The one I looked at was up to 50 units, so 50 letters or 50 spaces at a time, and then it prints out. And that was on sale for $180.
Wow.
Well, speaking of a
1980
first time for something, there was a first time when Bob and I were roaming around campus late at night, and he came across a box of those old computer cards, and the ones that you put into the
Yeah, the
old
punch.
punch
yeah, the
cards.
punch cards. And so I didn't think anything of it. He just said he had come across it, but the next day I came out and we lived in like there were these 4 high-rises on campus, and there was like a dining hall in the center of it all. And I came out and I saw punch cards everywhere. And I just looked at them and I went, "Oh, Bob's been here." So apparently Bob went to like the 13th floor of one of the buildings and just dumped this box of punch cards out. It went
Littering isn't
everywhere.
cool, man. Nothing cool about littering. Nobody likes a
That
litter
was
bug.
that was late '80s identity theft in progress.
And so we're looking up, going, there's like punch cards sticking out of people's air conditioning units. And yeah, it was.
Bob was like the first hacker. He hacked those cards.
I think Bob was the first prankster that I had met. So I think that's a first time because Bob would do other things. Like one time he hung a rat down from one of the buildings in front of somebody's window.
Oh my God. I don't know if that's pranking. That's like
That's like a
Nice.
threat.
harassment.
That's threat.
Was the rope around the rat's neck? Was it midsection? Did you consider degradation? Like, did the head
Did you
might
put a
snap
message
off?
on it
Thought
saying
process.
snitches get
You're
stitches?
next.
Next.
Yeah.
So that was a first for me, like to have met someone who would do things like that. But I think, it makes you wonder, like the first time a caveman pranked another caveman too.
Yeah, the
Or
first
even
joke. The first
or
joke
before they
became-
even moved into caves. It
Yeah.
happened before they were in caves, Greg. I think.
Probably, yeah. Because I don't think monkeys tell jokes. I don't think any non-sentient creatures tell jokes. They don't have humor. I think.
I'm gonna challenge you. I think monkeys have humor. They don't have a verbal language, but I think I've seen monkeys like monkey will come down and like hit another monkey behind with a stick, and then the other monkey turns around and chases him. No, I think monkeys have play and humor.
Yeah, could be.
I don't think they tell jokes. I don't think there's a
No,
chimp Jerry Seinfeld getting up and going, what really, what's weird? I don't think monkeys do that.
jerking off in the zoo and throwing your sperm at the people. That's weird.
Brought it back to jerking off. Thank you.
Do you think that like humans definitely it seems like being sentient means just like thinking farts are funny. Do you think animals think farts are funny when another monkey farts? Do you think the other one's gonna go, hey, he farted?
Well, we can take that to like a first time. So the first time somebody farted in front of another person, did
Well, that was
that person
before they
consider
were sentient. Monkeys, all animals fart in front of each other, but the first
right? But
one,
I think we're talking about sentience, Greg, as
Yeah.
opposed to non-sentience.
so who's the first one who thought it was funny? Actually said you farted.
That's right.
Isn't
And
this
you know,
going-
when did the first person laugh? Like when did
Yeah.
they make the first noise? And how did that come about? It was probably a pratfall.
Probably some violent act, like someone fell and broke his skull, and the other one was like, "Sucks to be you," because they were violent. They were very violent people. They're cavemen people.
What do you
So
think
they-
the first word was that they used? Like an actual word that meant something?
No,
No.
Ooh,
stop,
I think
stop hurting me.
like or my fish, or no, it'd be 2 words. They wouldn't even say my.
Mine.
They wouldn't have that
Maybe
concept.
mine. It's mine. Somebody would grab something. The other one would say mine.
In whatever language they have.
Yeah. Mom. Moo.
Moo. So originally it was cows that came up with language, is what you're
Yes.
saying. And they've
They were
just
the-
been stuck on that same word ever since.
Yes. They never thought of another word. It was the one word they came
Like
up with.
originally it was cows that were going to take over the planet, but they couldn't get past the first word, which was mine, and actually
So
moo,
humans
which
beat
is
them out.
like this grass is mine. And so I think they won the battle though, because they got to keep most of the grass for themselves.
Well, we'd let them keep it so they could fatten up, so we could eat them. That's all I can say.
Right, but still, but they still get to keep it all. So in
They
their
still get to eat
minds,
it.
and their moo minds, they have won that particular
Yes.
battle. Whereas we think differently because we have different issues.
But see, that's
Of
where the
course.
problem is. See, cows, if people want to watch our political update from a couple episodes ago, cows are an important demographic, and they actually are just very zen and only need one word for everything. We're the ones complicating
They're like
things. We're the
Groot.
ones making it weird with 5 different, this is and that's. They're just moo. Moo is hello, moo is goodbye. It's like aloha on steroids.
Well, I personally have heard a cow speak at least 2 different words. It sounds a little bit, it comes out moo, but one is just moo, and then the other one is moo.
Yeah, that's like.
I think that's because you got a little too close to the back of it.
Yeah.
But it was a different word.
I think that's just layering emotion on the one word.
That means stop putting your finger up my ass. Get your finger out of my butthole. Moo!
All right, so you guys are all drinking different things today. So, Brendan, it looks like you're drinking wine today. Is that?
No, this is just some black cherry soda, actually.
Oh, okay. No alcohol for once. I'm rather.
No, I just finished this beer.
Oh, chasing it down with black cherry soda. Greg, what's in the cup today?
It's the usual Holocaust whiskey and Diet Pepsi. I bought a whole bottle. Well, I bought it last week. I was like, I'm going to need this for the show. I'm in the neighborhood liquor store. I'm going to need it for Monday.
Is that a real brand, Holocaust?
No, that's what Matt calls my shitty bottom shelf.
Calls it.
It's not even bourbon. By name. It's blended whiskey. It's not even bourbon. It's just really bad.
Yeah, we don't actually know where the origination of the term Holocaust
you made it up
from.
That was
I know, but I don't know why. I don't know what triggered it for me.
I don't know either.
Give it that name either.
Yeah.
So and Bob, you were drinking
Michelob Ultra, low carb. Watching my figure.
You are old.
Cheers. Everybody, salute. All of us.
Yes.
Salute.
I'm actually just drinking coffee. So coffee with stevia in it.
Mazel tov. Whatever.
We're so fucking old.
I'm not old. You're old.
It's like, when's the first time you realized you were old?
When it became hard to tie my sneakers.
That's from
it became
fatness.
A chore.
That's from being fat,
probably.
Greg.
You're right.
It's not from being old. 2007.
2007, I found out I'm old.
What happened?
How did you find out?
I joined a touch football game on the beach in Florida.
Oh.
Just kind of joined in. And the next day, I was so sore I could barely get out of bed. I'm old.
How old were you then, Bob?
40-something? 48?
That's when it hits, the late 40s, early 50s. I felt great in my 40s.
Just falling down in the sand was nothing back then, but now you feel it the next day.
Well, now you can just lay in bed on your side for a half an hour and you're like kind of done for a couple of days.
Yeah, you can't sleep wrong.
I was just going to say, I have a similar thing, and that, it was about late 30s. I don't think I was quite 40, but it was like late 30s, and a skate shop that opened up in Clearwater, and I went in and I was like, oh, skateboards, man. This used to be a part of my life. And so but I'm an adult now. I can just buy all the cool shit that I could never. So I bought a deck and I bought trucks and wheels and bearings. I scoped this thing out. I had a day, bought a t-shirt, went skateboarding, tried to do my first ollie, wiped out on the concrete, went to the chiropractor, was like, gave the skateboard to my kid. So.
Oh no, it sucks.
That was one where I kind of hung up a hat. I was just like, no, I guess that's over now.
I think my thing was in my 40s, I realized I couldn't destroy buffets as good. That was the one thing of like, oh, getting old sucks. Like I can only eat 4 plates of food rather than 7 at the buffet. And I feel terrible. Like I can't just shrug it off. And that's
you had to go to your clinic and let them know that, sorry, I can't do seven plates anymore. Yeah. I can only do 4.
I still eat a lot compared to most people, but like so much less than I could. I used to just be a bottomless pit.
What were those holes that they had in Dungeons and Dragons? I think it was just called a bottomless hole. It's like portable hole. That's what it was. It was a portable hole. So in other words, you had a hole that you could carry around with you, and it went to another dimension, and so you could just keep filling stuff in there. So that's kind of what you were. Is what you're saying.
It sold by the Acme company? gave the Roadrunner and the Wile E. Coyote.
Throw it against the wall and dive
Yeah.
through it if you want. Right. There was that reminds me, there was like some meme or a video I saw recently where, oh yeah, it was from Jackass is what it was. So apparently in Jackass they had put up a mural of something that looked exactly like the thing behind it, and they had a friend that they didn't know. I mean, no, they had a friend who didn't know that that was there and had him ride a bike down that road, and instead he turned into the coyote hitting the wall.
Oh my God, that's me.
Yes.
When I was in Italy, I saw that. I don't know how to pronounce it. That trompe-l'œil. Trompe-l'œil. It means fool the eye. It was popular in like the Renaissance or whatever. And then, like, if you look up on a ceiling.
If you're going to say it though, you should say it with the appropriate accent.
Trompe-l'œil. Because it's French, but everyone in Europe did it. And so you look up at a ceiling and they draw it like in perspective, as if like, I don't know, like there's a hole up to heaven or a hole in the ceiling. You could see the clouds, and it looked like you could see like where the hole was, like the rafters kind of coming out. Like it looked kind of real. It really did fool the eye. It was pretty amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the screen that is next to Bob's head. Like a second ago, it had two people staring at each other, and then it just flashed to a blue, and now it's flashing to some.
Oh, you mean all the way in the background there, his TV?
Yes, it's true. Is that a TV?
Ladies and gentlemen, today's sponsor is also autism. Thank you, Matt.
His ADD.
You want me to turn that off for you?
But I was just because Bob. So yeah, with autism is the right sponsor. So. Greg was talking, but I was watching the things going on by your head, and so I couldn't quite focus on what Greg was saying.
It was much more interesting than what I said. Whatever you saw on that screen was more interesting.
The difference, Matt, is having that thought go through your head and then actually verbalizing it. So there's a coaching part in terms of managing your autism that today's sponsor might be able to help you with worksheets and a full $200 course that you take.
Yeah, like when you're an old man, you don't have to say everything in your head.
No, you have to say it out loud. Like when you're driving down the road and you see a sign and you have to repeat it.
Oh, I have a friend who does that. He's got ADHD pretty bad, and he just has to. We were on tour. I was in a band with him. He would just be like, "Mary's Hardware Store, Beecher Street." Like it was just like, shut up.
You know what? I would get along with your friend. I'm one of those people.
You do that too?
Yep. Or I'll see something on the side. I'm like, cows. So I did a lot of driving in July, and my daughter was fed up with me at a certain point. I'm like, Old Miller's Carpeting? What is that supposed to be? Dad, you have to read every goddamn sign.
I always get thrown back to a time when we was the family, we were driving through the countryside, and they were young, and I pointed out cows, and then I realized that they weren't cows, they were actually horses, and so I had to say there were cows that look like horses, and then that became a running joke for the next 10 years of cows that look like horses.
Shape-shifting horses.
Shape-shifting cows.
Isn't it funny how these little weird things stick? Like, there's no reason that Holocaust whiskey should stick. It doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
Stuff or some other thing that somebody might have said, it just sticks, and then other things don't. It's
when I was a kid, whenever I saw horses, when I was like kind of pre-verbal, I was like 3 or 2, and
3 years ago.
Whenever I saw horses on the side of the road, I would always go, "Hi-yee, hi-yee, hi-yee, hi-yee," and my parents were like, "Why does he do that?" And then one day I was watching TV with them, and there was a commercial for like Marlboro cigarettes. That's how long ago this was. There's cigarette commercials on TV, and it was just like some Sam Elliott looking motherfucker, a rugged cowboy, like Marlboro, the taste of the West. And then he went got up on his horse, he went hi-yee, like that. Hi-yee, hi-yee, hi-yee. So to me, I thought that was what a horse was called. That commercial I saw.
Well, actually, Greg, That is what they're called.
In what language? In
They're not
caveman?
actually called.
I
They're
bet
not
in
actually
caveman.
called horses. You've been lied to. Those are
Yeah.
actually what they're called.
I bet caveman called animals that. They'd be like
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
sound it makes.
big dictionary is coming for you, Greg. That's not what they're called. They're called hyes.
Hi-yee! Hi-yee! Hi-yee!
Don't listen to Big Dictionary and all
So I
those
was right.
words and their meaning.
I knew I was right. God damn it. My parents lied to me.
Actually, that's why they're hiding the Epstein files, because all that information's in there.
Yeah, I'm on there. And
Yeah,
the
No, just
I
the
have
hyena.
one. I have one like that. I used to call ice cream bagoing.
Bacoy?
Bagoing.
Bagoy.
Going.
Bagoing. There's a lot of G's in it.
Why? Was there a reason why? Did you find out why?
No idea. This was something later relayed to me by my siblings. Do you remember when you used to call ice cream bagoing? And I'm like, no.
That's weird.
And they didn't give you any more information about it than that.
They may have been pranking me. This could have been my first, gaslighting episode. Because they might have just made it up. I
Hey
didn't
guys,
know.
before I forget, I'm going to do my commercial because I think I'm going to forget.
Is it a good time for that? Time for.
Should I wait? I mean, as if you remember for me, I'll forget because I'm drunk and I'm heat prostrated.
Well, it's been about 15 minutes
Oh,
I think,
so
since
wait.
the last ones. No, I think it's perfectly fine. But I had a quick question for Bob. Bob, did you happen to come up with an ad too? Did you want to make? You were talking about making.
I can't use my ad because it's not original.
Was it like Brendan's?
Hmm?
Was it like Brendan's ad? Is that what you mean? It's not original, or?
Well, no, it's not original. No, it was. I saw it.
Were you just using like a Coca-Cola ad or something, or?
No, you've heard my Coca-Cola, right? No, I don't have one. I'm sorry, I'm adless.
That's all right.
Well, you said it's not original, so now I'm wondering what it was about then.
I want to hear it. Despite hater Greg over there shitting on my ad with his papers, flipping them around.
I liked your ad. I said I liked it. I laughed. It was a good ad. I'm just hot as fuck. I have no air conditioning here.
I remember. I lived there.
It's 99.
Until your girlfriend kicked me out for being unvaccinated.
Yeah, you were poison.
I'm a dirty
that boy is poison. Poison.
So what was the ad, Bob?
Yeah.
Bob, let's hear it.
Who cares?
Yeah, let's get it anyway. Even if it's not original, we can accept it. If you want to make it original, just change the name of what it's about. And then that can be it.
Or say it in a silly voice.
Or say it's about Hi.
Hi. Speaking in caveman.
The label that stuck with me at work, which I thought was very unfair, was Two Bagel Bob. Because Wednesdays was bagel morning. And they would contract in all these bagels. And one time I was taking 2 bagels, but I was taking one for someone else. But all they said was Two Bagel Bob.
You're still bitter about that, aren't you, Bob?
I am, yes.
I'd be too.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I kind of like that'd be your street name. Oh man, that's fucking Two Bagel Bob, dude.
Yo, don't fuck with Two Bagel Bob, man.
That dude.
You fuck you up.
He brings the schmutz, you know what I mean? Not Two Bagel Bob.
He'll put a schmear on you. Let me tell you.
So what was the ad, Bob? We're not getting away from this. It's going to have to happen.
It was about string, okay? Everyone can use string. I was going to sell some string, yes.
Do it. Let's do it.
I can't do it.
I've never heard a commercial for string in my life.
We'll give you time to think about it because Greg was going to do his. But in about 15 minutes, we're going to harass you to do it again.
It came with visuals, and I'd have to go to, I'd have to go to my slides. It comes with visuals. Yeah, I got to make slides for it.
You have to make slides for it.
Do you have the slides?
Yeah.
I could add them in editing.
I can PowerPoint it. It's a PowerPoint thing.
It's a PowerPoint.
And I'm not working for a living anymore.
I am 100% invested in whatever this is at this point.
So do you have the copy for it? And do you have the words for it already? Or what about it? You said it's not original, but does it exist?
No, I don't have the
already?
words. I just have the slideshow, and the words I'd have to find.
Okay, so
but I didn't
for,
bother looking for it because I wasn't going to do it. It's not.
all right, so here's your not it's not homework, it's your next 15 minutes work, which is after we get Greg's ad. You think in your own head how you want to make the commercial, and then you're just going to have to say it the best way you know it live, and then that will be original.
I've never seen a commercial
String,
for
right?
string in
Other
my
than
life.
silly string, that's the
I've never
only
seen a
string that
commercial for
I'm.
string, so I don't see how it could be unoriginal.
Well,
I've never heard
We're
of
going to
commercial.
find out. We're going to get back to him and like.
Due to bad planning, it's in 3-inch lengths, but I have a large supply to get rid of. So it's about uses for 3-inch length string, pieces of string.
Are you a string salesman? Is that what you do for a
That's
living?
what I want to be.
Oh, that's a dream.
I would possibly watch a 20-minute YouTube video about whatever the hell he's talking about.
Yeah. Is it imported string?
Well, we got to try and find uses for it. So it's a list of uses for the string.
It's magical string, Greg.
I don't know how this is
Tying up very
unoriginal at
small
all.
parcels. Extermination. If it's bigger than a mouse, you can flog them with it. If it's smaller than a mouse, you can strangle them with it. That kind of string.
There's a need for that. You're filling
There's
a niche.
There's definitely a need for the PowerPoint of that.
Yes.
Can I volunteer to make the slide of flogging the mouse with the 3-inch string?
And I'll make the.
So you're saying it's not original, so I'm assuming you got this from like some other comedian or something.
Yeah, I actually know you flogged the small things. Yeah. Yeah, it was something before, and we put it together as a joke maybe 4 years ago.
So this is something you did with a friend. It's not like from a comedian.
Yeah. It was just a quick little. It's only a 30-second thing in between two slideshows we were doing at work.
He did it at work.
To wake people up. Our slideshows are very boring.
I've done fake ads for this podcast where I used ideas that I had when I was in college. Like I went through my old notebooks. Oh, yeah. So it wasn't original, I guess. It was 25 years old or something.
Yeah, we're not looking for necessarily groundbreaking stuff here, and we're okay if you like rehash it because literally no one's watching this except us later. So
that's what you said when I was on the radio at school, and people were listening.
Oh,
well,
I heard
there's this
brewing.
What happened there?
Oh, just to see if they were listening, I did a stupid call in and win a prize, and I'd go check the refrigerator of the people who worked there, and anything that was good I would give it as a prize. This is midnight on Friday on campus. You got a lot of drunks who are hungry now, and a lot of people, I mean, that phone rang all the time, came and emptied that refrigerator.
I was not that creative when I was on the station. I got like maybe 2 calls, I think, the entire time.
You got to offer food.
I didn't even consider that. Yeah.
Full-size Snickers.
Instead, I got myself thrown off for cussing.
To the second caller. Boom, boom.
You fucked with the FC.
Just like you got us banned from TikTok with your racist agenda, man.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what's the one that was the banned us from TikTok temporarily. But then the genocide one is that got deleted from YouTube. So
you can't watch it anyway?
Yeah, the genocide episode got taken off of YouTube, and some other episode got prevented from being put on TikTok.
But it's still on the audio podcast, right? Podcast doesn't take things down.
Yeah, it's still on the Spotify for creators. Anchor doesn't exist anymore, which is what our platform was when we started.
Oh yeah.
But it was owned by Spotify originally, so they just changed the name.
Yeah.
So now it's Spotify for creators.
So can we relaunch the genocide episode where we just beep out all of the words that are genocide or killing? So it's just like beep, 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 beep.
Hi.
It'd be kind of fun.
I don't know what I think something triggered the YouTube algorithm because we were like going in depth about all of the different genocides, because we pulled up the Wikipedia page and we're like, this genocide, that genocide, because it was all about, the deaths of people and racism that caused them and killed them. And
it's history.
Anyway.
I think you came across a little too pro about some of the genocides. I think that was the problem. You kind of thumbs up.
That group needed to go.
That was
anyway, we were going to do Greg's ad. So Greg, I'd say it's time for you to give us our sponsor, our new sponsor
I'm gonna turn
for
off.
the evening.
I'm gonna turn off the video because I get self-conscious.
What? What are you talking about?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is our new fake sponsor. Don't try this Japanese pink salt diet hack unless you're prepared to buy a whole new wardrobe. Hi, this is Bebe Rebozo, and I lost 170 pounds in 10 days using this amazing method without dieting or exercise. Thousands of people have paid hundreds of dollars to get the exact recipe, but today I will reveal the secret to you if you follow the link below. All you do is take 8 ounces of water and mix in 2 cups of Japanese pink salt. Drink this 3 times a day, and you'll see the pounds literally spewing out of you. And you know what? That's the only way you're going to lose weight if you want to keep eating like a pig and sitting on your ass, you stupid fucks. And eating sticks of butter isn't going to help either. Just because some white-haired guy in a lab coat tells you something, it doesn't make it true. Eating sticks of butter. Are you fucking kidding me? And another thing, a device the size of a lunchbox full of some sprockets and coils will not cool your entire house in summer using the same amount of electricity as a clock radio, you fucking morons. I'm one of the stupidest people I know, and I can't even fathom how even one person could fall for this bullshit. Why does Amazon pay me $3,000 a month for doing nothing? They don't, you flying sack of shit. But what's even worse than these grifters are the half-wits who keep them in business. Yeah, the millions of fucktards who keep hitting the link below to find the secret of getting to fuck beautiful women without bathing or engaging in any personal hygiene. I don't have to take showers no more, and I can still get my Peter sucked. No, you can't, Jethro, and eating circus peanuts won't help you lose weight either. This whole idiocracy shtick isn't funny anymore. It's fucking infuriating. Just drop the fucking nukes already. Good night.
This was an ad?
It was an ad that turned into a rant.
Like, what the hell's going? What are you selling, Greg? Besides your just anger.
Can we get back to talking about the string thing? I got lost.
I'm like, I don't know what the heck. You were just like yelling and mad about something, Greg. What the hell's going on there?
I was selling my anger.
Like, what was that all about? How was that an ad? You'll have to explain that.
Well, it started as an ad.
For what?
The spokesperson is selling the Japanese pink salt hack and diet hack, but then the spokesperson couldn't control his temper anymore. That was the shtick.
Oh, I see. All right, yeah, that went over my head.
Yeah,
I totally lost that.
It's a little meta.
I mean, I really wanted to buy something, but I didn't know what it was. You were to buy, and they didn't even say how much.
Nope.
Right.
They never do.
Payments.
They never tell you. They just say hit the link below, and there's probably some offer. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally they don't. I was just confused by that one, Greg.
Yeah, well, it's all true. And it needed to be said.
It's all what needed to come out of Greg's head.
I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and every day I'm so infuriated by the fact that these places are still making these commercials. Obviously, it's working. There's that many stupid idiots who are catering to them, hitting that button and throwing them money. It's really get to me.
Oh, I see. So what you're saying is that the first time someone did that, it caused you to not care as much, but the 100th time, it made you care more.
Yeah, there's always going to be grifters, but the fact that there's so many people falling for it.
I'm one of them.
He's a grifter. Is that Japanese pink salt?
No, but it's no good.
What is
avant-garde fashion?
Yeah.
What does that say? What is above?
Earbuds.
Well, that's just a shiny product.
Are they actually that size?
Yes.
Like
but they were
3 inches tall earbuds.
Also to work as translators, and they don't.
Oh.
But that's why I paid $29 for them.
They were supposed to translate things for you?
Yes.
But I mean,
that's also another term for somebody who's late and they are identify as the opposite of their gender.
It's not like you fell for, like, you're a moron for buying those. You just bought a shoddy product. We've all done that.
Yeah.
But like if you see a commercial for some idiotic thing like eat sticks of butter and you'll lose weight, that's obviously wrong.
Right.
And so anyone who falls for that, it's just like,
Actually, Greg, that's not wrong.
really?
If all you ate was sticks of butter, you'd go into ketosis and you would lose weight.
Okay, yeah. Just like bulimia, you lose weight. There's ways to lose weight without dieting or exercise, but
You wouldn't get constipated.
oh no.
No,
It'd be a-
Slide right at you.
It'd be like Mount Vesuvius.
Mount what?
Vepuvius. Trying to make a bad pun, sorry.
I think I think you started off okay. You could have said Pusuvius.
Vepusius. That's what I've been the past 24 hours. I've been Mount Vesuvius.
That's excellent news as well. So there was a client that we had here at one point. And the client was, do you remember the first time? And so let's get back to like the first time somebody decided they needed a system of government. I want to kind of like
I think,
delve into that.
I've read caveman fiction about this. I know the answer through my studies because in the olden times, the strong dominated. If you were the strongest guy in your little caveman group, you just beat the shit out of anyone. Everyone had to do what you wanted, and he'd beat the shit out of you. Then a few guys said, hey, he's stronger than us, but if a bunch of us team up, we're stronger than him. And that's like a loose coalition, which is kind of like government. Like if we actually team up, we can, stop him.
Well, that's not a government. That's just a gang.
No, it's a very, very primitive government because then they took over. And so it was
that's how the government started. For the first time, Greg and I are seeing the light together at the same time. This was the answer I was going to give.
Yeah, and then those 6 guys ran things. The 6, not that strong guys, but together they were pretty strong. And then it grew. Then they started. Okay, this guy is always the leader, the president, or whatever term they would. It wouldn't be president, but the head caveman.
And before you knew it, they put Pete Buttigieg as their candidate for president.
Exactly. And they rushed Kamala Harris in under the wire.
No, they did. Well, there you go.
That just brought us to a standstill. What the hell just happened?
Yeah. Well, I think that's how the first government started.
I would agree. I think
that was the little germ.
4 old white people agree.
Yeah. 30 Helens agree.
30 Helens agree.
Love hurts. He'll break your heart, honey.
30 Helens agree. Love hurts.
I'm just wondering if that's exactly where it came about, though, was from a coalition of people wanting to take out the guy who's beating them all up.
The very first one, but then the real what we think of as government today, they always say, like in Mesopotamia, when it was just like, agriculture became a thing, and you have to manage people. If you're just hunter gatherers, it's like you don't really need leadership. It's just like, oh, let's get some food. But when you had to make like, oh, we've got 500 people now, these guys got to farm, these guys got to mill the wheat. I mean, they had to structure society. They had to make layers of society. This guy does this. We have to organize things. We can't just be willy-nilly when you have agriculture and you're trying to farm. Someone's got to be like, you do this, stratify society.
Greg, I think I'm just amplifying what you're saying. I think technically where it started was religion. So I think it really started with religion, and then religion turned into government because, some people worship, this god, and some people worship that god. Like in Mesopotamia, each city had its own local god that they worshiped. So then somebody said, oh, we need to organize this around something other than that.
I think they already had governments by the time in Mesopotamia. They had these because the shaman, like let's say in Caveman, there was the shaman, the religious leader, but he wasn't necessarily the leader of the tribe. There'd be like the leader, the big strong guy or whatever, but he'd have a shaman.
No, but I'm thinking the shaman eventually overturned. Eventually the shaman organized enough followers that it was the same thing.
I think it was society to society. The secular power was still kind of in charge, but then sometimes the shaman would take over and be like, let's have a theocracy, basically. Like, I'm the big leader because I talk to God. Listen to me.
That's right.
Because I have God's ear. But I think other societies were like, even cavemen were just like, no, but this big strong guy still really tells us what to do. The shaman's his advisor pretty much. And the shaman will be like, according to my caveman studies, is what I see.
Right.
Caveman fiction studies. Well, what about the first time that they needed shelter? Like when did that happen? Right?
Well, animals do that.
Finally...
I think that's, animals seek shelter. It's raining, they go under a rock or something.
Right.
When was the first time somebody went, you know what's cool? Let's make a duplex.
I think that was very late in
human civilization.
But still, there had to be a first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
I think it started in Italy.
Did it start in Italy?
Why in Italy?
I don't know where it started. I'm just saying.
No, I bet it started in 1942.
I think it started at the same time somebody tried to sell an El Camino. It's a truck. It's also a car.
It doesn't look nice.
It's a duplex.
But it'll get you
around.
It's
a duplex. I want to live in a duplex and drive an El Camino. This is my goal now.
I think we've just found his heart's desire.
I think so. This is my new... I'm going to move back to Bremerton. I'm going to live in a duplex and I'm going to drive an El Camino.
Is that what just came about of this last couple of months of us not seeing you? Is that you were around people who were driving El Caminos?
Yeah, I think I've become part of the El Camino lifestyle.
It's the glasses.
It
and
is
the hat,
glass.
actually.
When was the first time someone used string? That's what I would like to know, Bob.
Ooh.
It seems like you've thought about this.
Let's get back to string. I'm in.
Yeah.
This is Bob's string theory.
Well, it started with vines, and when they wanted something stronger, they wrapped up vines for strength. And where did they get string from? The first string was from horse tails. It was
better
long.
The tail than somewhere else.
The tail of horses, horsehair. And that lasted for who knows how long, 100,000 years? They were still using horsehair back in the 1850s.
So basically rope, twine, string, I guess it's all same purpose. String's just a little weaker.
Well, what's the difference between the words, though?
The words rope and twine and string?
Yes, Greg.
Rope is stronger.
Since you're equating them all as the same thing.
Well, string is it's used for the same thing to tie things up, but it's weaker. It's not as tough and strong.
And
I think we should let Bob do it because I think he's the expert.
Yes. What do you think,
Twine
Bob?
is vegetarian. It's made out of either wood or something like that. It's made out of vegetables.
But, twine is made of vegetables.
Vegetables. Vegetables. No, I mean like trees and vines and shrubs. Hemp, it made a lot of rope out of hemp.
What is string made of?
Plants that are shredded and then re-put together.
Really?
Wound up so they're nice and tight.
You mean like big
together.
Factories? Sorry,
big
that's just a horrible
factories.
joke.
I knew there was big string was behind this.
It wasn't big string. Yeah, it wasn't until the
plants.
20th century they started making polymer strings, polymer rope.
Well, wasn't it big string that had a whole thing about hemp because hemp was a better type of string, and then they outlawed marijuana? Isn't that how that worked out?
And it was plentiful.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as big string, and there's like giant companies that control all of the string creation?
Well, my company was trying to get involved with a German company that made rope, and they were going to make smart rope, smart string.
And what the fuck does that mean?
That's actually what Greg calls his penis.
It can accept, store, and send information, data, to cell phone apps, or longer. So if you have
so they're going to start connecting cell phones by string, like
and
cans?
There's an oil spill.
Yeah,
you could have little oil detectors in the string, and it's going to tell you there's an oil spill 100 miles out to sea. And also rope that they can tell when the rope is old and needs to be changed.
See,
that's usually around the age of 4, and then they learn how to potty train themselves.
Big string is part of the whole surveillance state. That's what the smart string thing is about, apparently.
Yep.
And Bob is part of the deep state, apparently.
Wow. Who was the first
deep string?
I worked for it.
Deep string.
Who was the first caveman who had a pet, but like not just for utilitarian purposes. Like the first dogs that were domesticated, they just wanted to share the heat of the fire of the caveman and the food, and then they became their pets. But who was the first caveman who loved his dog like we like our pets?
How do you mean love?
You know,
Love?
like really just like, oh, this is
Like
my
the way
dog.
Greg
Romantic
loves
love?
his dog.
I love my dog. You know, like I wonder how long that took to develop between dogs hanging out with the cavemen. Well, I guess they were wolves at the time. They were wolves.
I think the wolves were puppies.
So
they would kill the wolf and then take the puppies.
But they were still wolves, the species.
Yeah.
They hadn't
But then
turned
the puppies would identify them as their new mom or something.
And so you think pretty soon the cavemen were like, I love these little guys. They're so cute and they're my little friend, you know.
Yeah.
Dogs,
So they would identify as wolves? They're trans wolves?
Yeah, they got them for use. They got them for use first.
There's no trans about it. They were wolves.
No, I meant the ones who thought that they were dogs. Were
No,
they
they
dogs,
weren't.
Greg? Or
They didn't think they were dogs.
Is it wolves? Is it wolves or wolves?
Wolves with a V. They became dogs over, you know, thousands of years of evolution. They all split off.
What are they
They're
now?
no
They've had
longer
a
the
few more
mighty
thousand
wolf.
years. They're still dogs, though, over 1,000
There's dogs
years.
now. There weren't then. There was just a wolf. Now we have 1,000 breeds. We have Lapso-Apsos. We have Shih Tzus. But there was just wolf. That was the only dog.
I find it funny that those are the two breeds that you chose to mention as Lhasa-Apsos and Shih Tzus.
Well, just because they're different.
What brought those directly to mind?
They look so. I was trying to think of dogs that look so different. They don't even look like the same species, like a pug and a German Shepherd. They're like so different, but they're all dogs. But they all came from the wolf. This one, kind of similar looking dog. The species, they all looked pretty the same, wolves. But then they all, you know, genetically spread out over because of our breeding. And we have you wouldn't even imagine a pug is related to a wolf.
So you know that somebody had sex with a wolf after they learned that they could create a different breed of wolf.
They couldn't create a different breed of wolf.
I'm not saying that they knew that they
didn't know that at the time.
No,
Right?
They just wanted a wet hole. They weren't thinking, oh, I could have a half human wolf.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Greg knows all. Based upon his own personal
we don't know anything
perspective.
about these times. But why would this caveman who barely even has any cognitive thought be like, I want to be like a scientist caveman who creates a genetic hybrid between wolf and man?
Now, why would you say they don't have any cognitive thought, Greg?
They're pretty dumb. They were pretty dumb.
Are they dumb or are they just not
higher
educated?
Well, no, I don't think they had the curiosity that later humans had. That's why we developed science, and you know, they weren't thinking I wonder why water freezes at a certain temperature. They were just like, oh, that's ice.
You don't think they? I don't think they had a word for ice, but you don't think they would wonder why it froze?
And maybe some did, but they didn't do anything about it. They weren't like, I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to be able to.
But Greg, at what point does the caveman mentality stop? What's the thin red line between they're dumb cavemen who don't care and they're the same people that cared? Is it was there 2 generations of a weird DMZ
No,
zone?
I think it's a very fat red line. It probably took thousands of years of slowly people were humans changed. We became more sentient, if you will. At first we were just worried about survival.
Keep going back to that sentient thing. I don't think you know what that word means.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
It means self-awareness.
What does sentient mean to you?
What separates us from the animals?
Times.
We're sentient. Huh? I think, therefore I am. You're self-aware. You can think about higher concepts I don't know, even thinking about God. Animals, I don't doubt animals have spiritual thoughts, you know, it's sentience, what makes humans us as opposed to a mouse, you know.
So what makes a human is because they think of God?
Think of what? Mice. No, many things. It's hundreds of things that were different. You know, we have senses of humor. We have, we can imagine things. We have imaginations. We could be yeah, imagine if the sky was red and make a little cave painting of whatever. It's
most cave paintings were ritual magic where they were trying to invoke the wind spirits to deliver the shit.
And no animal could ever do that.
Creative necessarily.
No animal could never do that. But I mean, they showed imagination. They're like, you remember that famous cave painting? It's like that half deer, half man. That's just
Right.
that's like
I
us.
think you guys have made Bob go to sleep.
He was, yeah, he was the Frank Frazetta of his day. That guy. He was like, that would be cool to see. What would happen if
I just want to get back to the string thing that Bob had.
Yes.
Because it's got to be at least 15 minutes, right, Matt? He's had enough time.
That's right. It's time to come up with the ad, Bob.
What
The
ad?
string ad. The ad for
pull it
string.
up. I gave it to you. That's as much as I
just make it up
remember
off the top of your head right now as a commercial.
Buy my string or I'll kill you.
This string, well, you gave us part of it, so I mean, it sounds like it's something that was formed out at one point. So let's start from the beginning.
That was 4 years ago. So
Okay.
yeah, it's just.
Well, maybe we approach it like an interview format. Like Matt interviews you as the string expert, and then we have sort
like
of
improv,
those kind of ads.
Let's tell us about your string business, Bob, and what is the string that you're selling right now?
I have a lot of string, and I want to sell it.
Yeah. So tell us about the nature of the string. Where did the string come from? How did you get into the string business?
It fell off of a truck, fell off a lorry. Look, it's 3-inch lengths of string, and I just wanted to sell it. That's all. So it was just a matter of all the uses for 3-inch string. That was it. It has no.
So how many uses were you able to find so far for 3-inch string?
Pet extermination.
Pet extermination. Do you like feed it to them?
No, it's smaller than a mouse.
You strangle a roach
with it. Larger than a mouse, you strangle them with it. And then
if they're larger than a mouse, you can strangle with them with 3-inch string?
Yeah.
If it's larger than a mouse.
It'll fit around there.
Oh, you're talking about the string being larger than the mouse, not the mouse being larger than the string.
Well, I didn't say rats. I said mice.
Okay.
Can you tie does it count if you tie the 3-inch segments together into longer strings? Does that count?
Yeah. I guess you could.
Is the string thin enough to use on skin tags?
No.
Jesus, that's an old man thing to say.
Good for skin tags. It is good for stitching up
skin
very
tags
large
for the
wounds.
win. Mazel tov.
Very large wounds. Hey, look, I thought we were going to have a show and tell.
Do you want to see your skin tags? What?
Are we going to do a show and tell?
Skin tags.
I didn't know we were doing a show and tell. Let me reposition the camera. Oh, no.
You're going to get us kicked off YouTube again.
You mean of our products?
Yes, if that's what you want to call it, man.
I think 3-inch string can be used to tie around your finger to remind you of something. That was a popular use of little bits of string.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Did you guys consider that whenever you were putting together your bulk 3-inch string barrel? I'm assuming it comes in a barrel.
Of course, string must come in a barrel.
I'm asking Bob. Does your string come in a barrel, Bob? How do you ship it?
It comes in a hefty bag.
Okay.
It's like leaf clippings.
Like weed.
We got your string here.
I got some string. How much string you want, man? You want red string? You want blue string? What do
you want
got?
a dime bag?
Green string?
A dime bag of string?
Tie-dye string.
Oh, that could be marketable.
It's great for tie-dyeing bikinis.
Yes, for mice.
Can you add things to the string like spices, or can you lace them with drugs? I mean, can you do anything like that and still count?
Drugs?
Spices?
Oh, no. We couldn't drug our strings.
Wait, what spices would you add to string, Brendan? Like basil?
I was thinking more of a paprika, possibly.
Some winter spices would be nice. Nutmeg.
Winter spices.
You could put pumpkin spice on the strings and sell it in the fall. Fuck, they can put pumpkin spice on goddamn dog strings.
Yes, pumpkin spice.
Why not? Pumpkin
Baby spice.
Strings.
Scary spice. Could put
People
those on the strings as well.
Spice.
Oh, so you get a string that smells like the Spice Girls? Is that what you're trying
Posh
to say?
Spice? Right.
They would shove all the string up their coochies, like the used panties in Japanese.
I was just
machine.
setting up the softball. So
Right.
Greg can
So
make
Greg
So El
can go
Pervo
straight for the
would
jugular.
take over.
Because Greg will always go there if you give him the ammunition.
yeah. I saw it coming.
I
His
gotta
head
Codeman
goes straight up
gunpowder
a
for
vagina.
3-second fuses.
So no, I'm distracted.
That's perfect.
On Bob's wall behind him, he has a picture of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
Right above his head?
Yeah.
That's Judy Garland?
I think it's Dorothy. It looks like Dorothy.
Oh, you're in trouble now, mister.
Is that your sister?
That's my mom when she was 12.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So you're
So
from
she's
Oz
always
originally?
looking
But
at
Dorothy's
you.
good looking, so it's okay. Yeah.
Wait, you said
I
his
didn't know
mother was
what else
from
to do with
Oz?
the picture. My parents moved into a small place, and I didn't want to throw the pictures away, so I had to find a place to hang them.
That's good.
Well, I think it's a good spot because it will always be staring at the back of your head.
So are
that's why it's in the corner. I'm usually sitting facing away from it.
Does that make you a first-generation Oz immigrant?
Could be first immigration. Well, wait a minute. I'd be second generation because
Second generation.
Yeah, second.
First
yeah,
generation is the
second
person who
generation.
comes over. I was confused by that. Okay.
You're
So
confused
Brendan
by
has his own
immigration?
Look at the Haggerty logo.
That's his marketing company logo.
Yeah, it looks. I've never seen that. It's very slick.
What
Right.
logo?
The little dots stand for, I don't know, like his DNA or something. I don't know.
It's like an atom, a carbon atom.
Yeah, because it's hydrogen, obviously, because it's an H.
Oh yeah.
So he's saying that he is possibly
explosive.
Yeah, he's water. It's H, two little dots, and a big O.
No, he's just happy.
Oh, is that it?
Yep,
It stands for the element of happiness.
Yep.
Brendan, you can't just leave without telling us why you left.
We might not want to know.
Well, I mean, we always know where you go whenever you leave.
Sometimes usually I just go to pee, but I don't think anyone wants to hear about me taking a big dump. Like,
I had to pee. I'll be right back.
I knew we could get it out of him. So
now,
anyway,
there's another picture of that young lady about the same age, only it's on the cover of the Saturday Evening Post.
Really?
Drawn by you know who?
Norman Rockwell?
Yep.
She was a model? An artist?
Not really a model. She was a kid.
Wow.
Would you like to
because
see
kids are not allowed to be models.
No, she was. It was a Saturday morning at the movies with a bunch of kids, and he had one of his assistants go and grab two kids and hold them for a picture, and she was one of them. And then he painted it.
How did your mother wind up in a circumstance where she was around Norman Rockwell?
Norman Rockwell worked out of Connecticut, and she was raised in Westport, Connecticut. I think Norman Rockwell was in Westport, Connecticut for a while.
Do you think Norman Rockwell asked her to take off her top at any point during that session?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, this picture might be a little
Are
more...
you suggesting that Norman Rockwell is a pedophile? Is that what you're saying?
Well, back then it wasn't even called a pedophile. It was just any naked body will do.
I'll let you decide.
That's not necessarily true.
Uh-oh.
He's going to get the naked picture of his mother now.
Yes. Hey, this painting could be a little more interesting.
So we've lost Brendan and we've lost Bob. Now,
if you lost some clothes, it might be a little more a good composition for this painting.
Your actions have caused Brendan's bladder.
Keep your pants on.
You've caused Brendan's bladder to explode.
Brendan's peeing like Austin Powers when he got unfrozen. It's a long pee.
I know, but we don't get to hear him.
I had to get more ice for my soda.
Yeah, my bourbon just ran out. It was perfect timing.
It just ran out.
Well, not ran out, but I had to get more.
Oh, I see.
My cup unrunneth.
Did not runneth over. It runneth under.
Yes, it runneth under.
Oh, that is Holocaust whiskey. You got actually a brand called Holocaust, didn't you? You're keeping your whiskey in the freezer?
That's what you always do.
Is that what you always do?
That's what you gotta do. It's a smart thing to do.
He's always
Why?
He's always done that.
I don't think I noticed it before.
Now,
It was
when you
Yeah.
got like shitty whiskey, you want it really cold. It makes it more palatable.
Oh.
Look at that. Those chairs.
Oh,
That's an
darn it.
amazing.
All I know is we just got nudity from Bob, though.
Yep, here's
Wow.
the nudie picture.
No, I meant you personally.
Oh, wait,
We got to see your
it's
butt
a little
crack when you
shiny,
went and
Bob.
got that.
Could you
Hold on,
like
let me
tilt it,
shiny.
maybe? We're seeing the reflection too much. Can you like tilt it?
Yeah.
Tilt the photo.
Stand behind. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, in the
Now I'm
dark.
curious about
I
what is
love-
that thing on his table? It's on fire.
Say
All
something,
right, so is
Bob.
that that's your mother
front?
in the pink dress?
In
Oh,
the pink dress, yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
And who's the
that's
guy holding her
Saturday Evening
hand?
Post,
That's cool.
1943.
So the
Wow, that's
picture on the
amazing.
wall was also done by Norman Rockwell?
No, that one was
Oh.
no. He
Oh.
just took a picture and then drew his picture for the magazine. Those were her
Oh,
classmates in the background.
gotcha. So he just took a photo of her and then went back to wherever he was and drew it
Yep.
into his entire
Yep.
scape there.
That's how he did it.
It makes you wonder the first time, not necessarily a caveman, but any particular individual decided to pick up something and draw an image of whatever.
I think what Brendan said, it was a spiritual thing. They thought it was like if I draw this bison with a spear in him, that means the hunt tomorrow.
Yeah,
This
it
will
was
happen.
it was ritualistic magic. It was manifestation shit. They
Yeah,
were
manifestation. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but before that,
I think that was
somebody
the first
picked up
ones.
religion came first before picking up
No,
a piece of.
it wasn't religion. It was just kind of kooky, whatever. I mean, I don't think maybe there was one caveman who said,
I mean, to go with what Matt's saying, yeah, I'm sure some caveman took a stick and went, oh,
Well, I mean,
looks
he
like
was trying to make a picture of the person who was with him.
No, I don't
Right.
think they were doing anything
And go
that
or trying
sophisticated.
to show them something that they saw.
Show them something
like
yeah,
hieroglyphs and
like
shit.
yeah,
like
language.
well, I mean, like this is where the tiger is behind that tree. Don't go there, type of thing.
Yeah, sure. They could be maps. Sure, that's
Yeah.
functional.
Before
Yeah, or
language, that would be
Big,
useful.
big lake, big stick, big fish. Eat here. I don't know.
Yeah, if you couldn't
With the
talk,
drawing.
that would be very
What
handy.
most people
to be
don't
like,
understand about anteaters is that anteaters have a form of language where they'll draw pictures of where the anthills are with their claws.
They do what? With their
They draw pictures. They're like little
really?
maps.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like here's where the ants are.
These are where the ants are. Yeah.
Yeah, they're right near the uncles.
Where the ants are. Someone
Or
waits
termites. I
for
mean, if you're
me.
gonna nitpick, it's more termites than ants, I suppose.
But and in a way, don't like bees have their smell language? Can't they communicate things just with their pheromones and odors?
You know that
the
Brendan's
honey's this
totally
way.
bullshitting you, right?
Could be, but I wouldn't be surprised. Nature is strange.
You wouldn't be surprised that anteaters
Oh, you
actually
know-
draw the shape of anthills and directions on how to get there,
Okay,
like
you're
north,
right.
east, south,
It's
and
bullshit.
west on it. Yeah, I'm
But
sure.
also, don't
No, it's more in their anteater kind of perception of directions. Like they'll have the river in one part because they all know where the river is because they got to get water.
I think anteater is probably just a racist term you're using, and you really need to call them by aardvark because
Are they
you're
the
just
same
being-
species? Is that
just stereotyping them based upon their food group.
They might
isn't
be two
okay.
different things. I was never clear.
Yeah, well, I go way back with the anteaters. So aardvark, whatever. You can call them that.
Brendan's old. He's from a different time.
he's allowed to use the racist
He's
term
from a different
because he's
time.
friends. He's
Gotta
friends with the aardvark, so he
It's
can
not
say the other
racist.
word.
It's not any more racist than calling Asians rice
It's
eaters.
the A word.
Is it? Don't bees do that little dance? That's how they communicate. They do a dance.
That's
like,
racist.
That's
Bees,
tap
like,
dance.
Everyone dances. That's
You're just
racist.
taking the bees back to the minstrel shows again.
bees are
Greg
better
Dragon.
dancers than any insects. The bees are the best dancers. They're so good.
No, don't
I'm
do
just
that. You'll
hearing.
get mad
I'm just
if you
hearing
start
Trump say that just now. Bees are the best dancers.
Did you ever see an ant dance? They're terrible. They got no rhythm. It's all stiff. But bees, man, You can learn.
I don't know. I mean, ants actually they're quite limber, especially if
But
you
they
get a
don't dance,
whole
though.
Tell us
hill
about
of
that,
them.
Matt.
They
How
Yeah, they're
climb on
they're
limber
top
are
of each other and wiggle around. You've never seen that
Whoa,
before?
wiggle around.
Yes. Have you not seen that? Have you not seen
Sounds
like ants climb
salacious.
on top of each other and try to reach things and they're all moving around at the same
And you
time?
watch a lot of videos on this, I imagine.
It's a lot of ant porn in this
When your
house.
wife's out of town, it's all about wiggling.
I only watch ants that are naked. Naked
Ants
ants.
wiggling their carapace, whatever it's
Right.
called.
their
There's
carapace?
Their
something
thorax?
You mean their
thoraces.
thorax, their abdomen? What is a therapist?
Carapace is like the shell of an insect, a hard shell. The
Therapist.
carapace.
Okay.
Right. It's whenever you take care while you're taking a piss.
Oh god.
Therapist.
You
That's
know,
gonna be my new.
I'm leaving
I
That's
don't
gonna be my new.
intentionally say these things. They
That's
just
my
come
new
out
You
of
can't help
nowhere.
it. You have Tourette's.
That's my new drug ad. Carapace.
I think
When
I do
you
have
really
Tourette's.
give a shit about taking a piss, prostate bothering you, you probably need carapace because you just care about taking a good long piss.
We got a new sponsor, didn't even know it.
Ask for it by name.
Oh, before we get too farther along, it is about that time for, and let me find it here for this.
He has an opinion, may not always be right. He's a real fake lawyer, he's old and he's white. Ask him a question, 'cause he's a good egg. For bogus advice, ask Greg. Ask Greg? Ask Greg!
We should change
So-
this title to Ask Drunken Greg. That's more apropos. It's
Well,
like
that
drunk
means
history.
Levano would have to create a whole new jingle for you.
Okay, it's a good jingle. I don't want to fuck with it.
That's right. So, Brendan, have we gotten a question, a legal question for Greg from the Peanut Gallery? That
I gotta put my glasses back on.
I had to put on my old man spectacles. I'm pulling up the old internet here. Give me 1 second.
the ye old internet came into pass back in 1223.
He's surfing the web to find information.
But he can't
It's-
surf anymore. He can't even skateboard anymore.
He's
Greg.
surfing the information superhighway.
Bob, is there anything you'd like to talk about while we're waiting for a question to come up?
Well,
Greg?
yes, I do actually. My HOA does not allow, and I'm the one who made them do this, does not allow electric bike batteries anywhere on the premises. And I have an electric bike, but I decided they can't enforce that. So as long as I carry my battery in a battery bag up to my apartment, they can't search my apartment and they can't enforce it. Right?
Why would you do that? What's the problem with bike batteries?
Because they're very, very old, and they're thinking about 10 years ago when bike batteries used to blow up. And I know there's one of them that still thinks electricity is the devil's lighting.
Okay, I didn't know this about bike batteries.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
now that you have the legal question, Greg, it's because Brendan's still looking for one, so you can answer Bob's question.
I mean, that's as good as the garbage I found online here. You know, there was something about, you know, if my platypus is registered, is it an emotional support dog, even though it's not a dog? I mean, this makes a lot more sense. Let's go with that one.
Yes, go with bike
But
batteries,
basically,
Greg.
is
So
it enforceable?
Well, I think if it has a clear and present danger to your neighbors, if this battery is that dangerous, they might have a legal leg to stand on, if you will. But I don't know about this. As I need to talk to my bailiff. I don't know who judges talk to, but I need to talk to someone about. Like,
you're not
I
a
don't know.
judge.
Well, okay, whatever I am, I'm some kind of legal.
You
You're
need
a
to
fake
call
lawyer,
you need
Greg.
to call a friend. Is this like one of those? Like,
Yeah,
There's
like,
been a lot of advancements in batteries. They don't blow up anymore.
so electric bikes are a thing, though, right? People have them, and they need batteries, right?
Yep.
So what?
Well,
They're
he
supposed
just said
to.
that he has one, so it's definitely a thing.
I know, but what are you supposed to do with your battery then? If
Bob
they're
lives in
saying
a
you can't
parallel
have it?
dimension where there are electric bicycles.
I didn't even know they use batteries. To be honest, I didn't know this. I just thought they plugged them in.
Yeah.
How
They
well, they
really
just had a
use
really long
long
extension
extension
cord.
No,
What really tears them up.
Okay, wait. I guess batteries, but I know you took them out. I know you took them out and put them in your house.
Right.
So, this is the thing. So, what do they expect these bike owners to do?
Get rid of the bikes altogether, like a neighbor of mine had to do.
Is this part of the great big beautiful bill? Just any alternative energy source?
No, because there are electric cars.
If it's not porn, it's Trump. He's going to turn it into one or the other.
There are electric
Matt
cars.
brought up Trump before I did. It's what? Sorry.
It's in a garage. There's at least 2 electric cars. Why don't they blow up?
Yeah. Why? So okay. If the electric car batteries are allowed, there's no reason why an electric bike battery, which I imagine is smaller.
But HOA, they make the rules, and that's that. But is it enforceable? They can't come in and search my house for a battery. They can't search the bag I'm carrying for a battery.
Yeah, so I guess just keep on doing what you're doing.
Okay, I've been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. You've got very great fake legal advice from Greg.
Yes, he's very good. He's very. I'll come back again.
He gets what he's paid for.
Yes.
People get what they're paid. I don't even.
You get what you pay for. Shit.
That is great. All right, we're going to bring up our.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
You get nothing.
Everyone out there.
You deserve nothing.
Remember, Greg will always give you free bad legal advice if you ask for it. All right, we're going to put up our final sponsor of the show right now, if I can find that particular file.
Those pesky doorknobs keep coming off in your hand. Slapping the door never seems to help. You'd think a latch or 2 would give you peace of mind, but that darn door just won't budge. There's just an open hole where you can see the world, but you can't get to it. You yell for help and no one ever comes. So you think, how can I get this open? Am I stuck here forever? You're not. With a quickly placed internet order, you can have your freedom in less than 24 hours. Make your way to dehydratedaxe.com. At dehydratedaxe.com, we have a regular supply of axes ready to ship directly to everyone stuck behind doors that won't open, or even simply for mother-in-law removal. Our axes only require 7.3 ounces of water to get to full size. In their dehydrated state, they'll fit through nearly any doorknob opening. You're saved! You can purchase our entire line of dehydrated axes for all uses. We have double bit axes, felling axes, splitting mauls, hatchets, carpenter axes, and even tomahawks for those who are suffocating in their local wigwam. So don't delay. Get a dehydrated axe today. Lizzie Borden would be jealous.
Hey,
you're stuck behind a door.
Insane. This is why you're insane. That was a perfectly funny ad. Why are they dehydrated, though? It totally would have worked. Just, hey, buy an axe. But dehydrated axes that you add water to.
So you can slide them through the knob hole.
Yeah, see,
or if they're trapped in their house, I guess.
Right. Yeah, so you get it delivered.
A little thin
dehydrated, so it'll fit through the hole.
Slide under the door.
They're in house.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'd like to bring it back around. We're fitting it in the hole again. So I just want to.
A wet hole?
Greg?
No, the hole's not. It's dry because the doorknob came out of it.
The doorknob came out of the hole?
Yes, that is correct. The doorknob, not the actual knob.
Okay.
I also love the idea that doorknobs are falling off all the time. That's never happened.
Gotta happen to somebody. Well, I mean, it's necessary because that's where the whole axe culture comes about. The dehydrated.
Yes. No, I get it.
It's necessary.
I just think that it's not a problem. People are like, my doorknob fell off again. God damn it.
And they can't get out.
I'm saying that's why I liked it. It was absurdly funny.
Okay.
I still don't. The dehydrated part that lost me. That's like a little meta. It's a bridge too far for my brain to deal with.
You know, you were too busy worried about Japanese pink salt to understand the need for dehydrated
I am,
axes.
to be honest. Every day,
and
I
being
see commercials for that.
Being super angry about it, I might.
I'm fucking angry about all these commercials. Have you guys ever seen that air conditioning unit they sell? It looks like a lunchbox. It's got some doohickeys in it. It looks like a teenage junior high science project. And they're like,
No, dude. I watch as much, if not more, on YouTube. I know all this shit, but I don't get pissed off about it.
The fact that it's been going on for like 3 years now, so obviously enough people are buying that fucking thing.
That's because Greg cares more about other human beings than you do.
No, I don't.
That is
I
why.
don't.
That is why he's
I'm
angry.
a total narcissist. I don't give a shit about anyone.
No, that's true.
I'm just annoyed that there's that many stupid people that they're still having that commercial. Obviously, people are buying it, and they're still in business.
Wait, if you feel that way about them, then you should be happy they're wasting their money on it then.
Why should I be happy?
Because you don't like them and you want them to lose their money.
I would like them if they didn't do that. I would like them if they weren't that stupid to do it. I wish they weren't that stupid.
So you have a problem with people being stupid.
Like I said, I'm stupid as fuck. But like, I'm just amazed there's people so much stupider than me out there.
But you're angry about them.
Yes, I am angry. Because
sponsor is,
that's why we have the
interruptions.
Storm we're in.
Yeah.
This world we're in.
Tonight's sponsor is Condescendol. Condescendol. When you are living in a small apartment and a dishwasher, but pass judgment on everyone else.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's exactly why I'm so angry. Because I can imagine if I was a smarty pants, if I was a scientist or something, or a doctor, yeah, it would be annoying. Everyone would be kind of dumber than you. Most people would be like, oh, God, this guy's a chucklehead. I'm dumb as fuck. And the fact that there's all like millions of really beyond my stupidity, like just so fucking dumb. And that's why we're in the mess we're in. And that's why I get angry. Because so many of the problems in this world, it's not like, oh, there's not enough resources. It's just like, no, because we're stupidly dealing with the amount of resources we have. Everything.
Condescendol. Ask your doctor. It might just be for you.
Well, you call it condescension. I call it critical faculties, and I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm allowed to look around and criticize my society, just as you are.
Side effects may include an inflated self of intellectualism.
No, I'm dumb. I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm a fucking moron. But
I like to say I'm a moron because I'm actually intellectually superior than everyone. I'm calling a moron.
Yes, I am. I obviously am because I can look at a fucking lunchbox.
I obviously am.
And say, this will not cool my house all summer long. Yeah, they're whatever, doodads and gewgaws. It looks like a science project. It's ridiculous.
Other side effects may include just being an asshole.
Incoherent ranting.
I'm not being an asshole by calling shit out.
An oversized sense of justice, also a side effect.
Bob, I don't know if you're actually enjoying this repartee that's happening this entire episode or not. I mean, you've been relatively quiet the entire time. So is this really your kind of entertainment?
I'm so tired of listening to Greg and me. Device you're talking about, that cooling device. It's called take a regular fan and take a bottle of water that you've frozen solid and stick it in front of it. It'll cool it better than that device ever will. You will lower the fan air by 20 degrees.
Yeah, Greg.
And it's the amount of electricity, like no electricity. It's like, no, to cool a house, you got to waste a lot of electricity. Yes, air conditioning does that. You're not getting around it. But that's what all these things, they're all getting around shit. Like almost all the diet things are like, you can eat whatever you want and don't do any exercise and you'll miraculously lose weight. And it's a fat guy my whole life who's always trying to lose weight. He's like, you're fucking liars. But people
actually, Greg, I do eat whatever I want and I'm losing weight, but I also fast, so that's why it works.
Yeah, that's not eating whatever you want.
It is. It's just not eating all the time. It's just choosing when to eat. But I still eat the foods that I want to eat.
Yeah, but you don't eat as much as you'd love to. Like I'm sure you'd right now love to eat a pizza.
Well, right now I'm not that hungry.
Greg is wait a minute, time out. Greg is pissed off because they're lying to people about whatever diet things because he just wants to eat all the shit he wants to eat all the time. And it's unfair that they're lying to people about things that he's tried that doesn't work. I'm confused, Greg.
Because they're lying. I know from personal experience, no, you cannot do that. Unless you puke it all up, you could be bulimic, that works. Except it has a lot of bad things.
Well, that's not necessarily true. You could eat a whole lot of one type of thing and you'll lose weight. It's not healthy,
Yeah,
but you
sticks
will
of
lose
butter.
Yeah, sure. Sticks of butter.
No.
Do you want to do that? That's not
Oyster
what anyone wants to
Hey,
do.
well, time out.
Oyster mushrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poison mushrooms.
Oyster
mushrooms, Greg.
They always come out the same way they went in, so nothing's getting digested.
There you go. But who
Don't
wants to
they
eat
don't
that?
they get chewed at least on the way in?
Then they come out the same way chewed.
So
They
you
come out
chew
as
them,
mushrooms.
you chew them, and then when they come out like the normal mushroom.
Well, there's a few bite marks in it. They're tough to chew.
They're undigested.
It looks like they're identical. Like you can take it right back out and eat it again.
But the benefit about it is that you could say you pooped out a little umbrella.
Yes.
That reminds me of a past sponsor where we could take, shit and literally turn it into energy bars.
Oh, you're talking about the poopinator.
The poopinator back in the doomsday days.
It's
when we're all on lockdown. So, this is kind of
when we had probably the best looking woman we've ever met on our show. So
which one is that?
Remember Cretia Turner?
The Canadian?
She was Canadian. They were both Canadian. The two good looking ones were both Canadian. But this was the one who was the singer. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not the one who was in Maxim.
She was so beautiful, that singer. I saw her video.
I the only one I heard about was the one that says booze. She was the coolest guest we ever had.
She was the one who was in Maxim, who sent us the booze. And she got ripped off by the booze
my
company,
favorite.
too.
She was cool.
I know. She got fucked over, and she's my favorite.
Yeah, she was the lumber baroness.
She sent me booze. She was almost like she was a lumberjack, and she didn't give a fuck.
Well, no, her father owned a lumber company, is what it was.
Yeah, she wasn't out there chopping.
She wasn't a lumberjack.
Yes, she was. Don't lie.
She was okay.
She was somebody who was in a magazine for the lumberjacks.
She was very okay.
To lumberjack off.
Okay,
I never knew that I would get the opportunity to use that word.
That's a good one. Lumberjack.
Somebody must have used it at some point, but I'm glad that I can take credit for it.
I'm sure Maxim magazine used that at one point.
You think they did? I'm not sure. But anyway, this has been a quite enlightening episode, I think. But we have one more segment that we have not gotten to yet, so we have to make that happen, of course.
This is The Last Word with Brendan Haggerty.
Kleepin, clappin, glorpin, kloopin.
Talk to us, Brendan.
You know what grinds my gears? No. Seriously, it's the end of summer. Summer's come to an end.
Grinds my gears? I'm Andy Rooney.
We've come to the end of summer, and here we are, the end of 2025, staring us in the face. Epstein files, UFOs, JFK conspiracies, Martin Luther King, all its promises and Balderdash and Doge and Elon. It's been a real barn burner of a year thus far. And we're just most of the way through it. However, I think it's important that we stay hydrated, keep focused, and remember there are more than 5 ways that you can use a 3-inch length of string. I'm Brendan Haggerty. That's the last word.
That gives hope to the people.
It does.
It's very hopeful. A hopeful
Not
message.
to mice, but to people.
But to people, fuck the mice. You're assholes.
To mice, it sounds kind of genocidal, but to people, it's all good.
Well, the mice are not sentient, which I think should be the word of the show.
Word of the day is sentient.
Hi.
Word of the day is sentient.
Or sentient.
Oh, maybe we should maybe add that to future episodes. The word of the day, based upon whoever repeats one over and over again in the show.
Right.
Today's word of the day was sentient. Those of you who don't know what that means, well, that's what the dictionary's for. Look it up.
And a special shout out to all you Depression era people who always saved your little bits of string.
Shout out to them.
Exactly.
I do have one particular question I need answered. Why is it that you're calling yourself Mr. Fillmore, Bob?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is the name I use when I want to be anonymous on certain websites.
And when you're a school principal.
Yes. Exactly.
So do you go by Mr. Fillmore or Millard?
You know Millard?
Not personally. I know of his death.
Oh. No, like on when I play cards.
I'm shocked that I know what a president's name is.
That was my grandfather's name, Millard Fillmore Smith.
Oh, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They were so impressed by him.
When I play poker, I'm Mr. Fillmore. I don't want to use my real name, that kind of thing.
Oh,
Not
so on
necessarily
poker
naughty
sites,
but just sites where I don't want them to know me.
Because
so on the
poker's
naughty
very
sites, you want
unsavory.
them to know who you are, but on the poker sites, you don't.
I'm going to say, so if I look for you on X as at Mr. Fillmore, will I find you?
Maybe. No, I'm smarter than that. I'm Mr. Fillmore too.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not on X. He's on triple X.
So when you're on Grindr, are you Mr. Fillmore?
No.
He's
I'm
Mr.
Smitty.
More Phil.
Oh, delicious.
I'm not on Grindr. I tried once, but nobody cared.
They kicked you off. They were like, get out of here.
And from Grindr, the Mr. Fillmore story.
So before we exhaust this episode, is there any particular first that we haven't truly explored that we perhaps should have before we end off with this client? Bob, is there one that you were expecting, like the first time humanity did whatever? Was there
The
one?
first time humanity? No, I can't think of it because I probably would be wrong, and it's happened before. I think it's happened ever since.
What?
Ever since before they were writing a first time. Is there really a first time for anything unless it involves one individual?
Yes.
The Big Bang.
The first time a turtle bit me on the nose.
Right.
That kind of thing.
That could be a thing.
Yeah. Or any person on the nose. Yeah. So the first time a turtle bit a person on the nose, what do you think their reaction was?
It hurts.
Or they said, I have a new pet, and it maybe was more like a nibble. Unless we're talking about a snapping
His name is
turtle.
Bitey.
Right.
I doubt very much anyone
back then it
can
was
be
just
twice on the nose.
No
one's
that's
been
usually
bit twice on the nose.
The second time it's no longer a pet thing, it's a sexual thing.
Oh, could be, yes.
When it comes to turtles, of course.
Didn't think of it that way.
Greg would know better. What did you say, Greg?
That with the ant porn and the turtle porn. Interspecies romance. That's this guy's whole.
I am all about the insects and the reptiles getting it on.
Yeah, with you.
Which eventually, if we get Brendan a little more leeway on this, we go into the whole lizard people thing.
Don't get me started.
Then it explains everything.
There is so much going on UFO Twitter /X right now. It's going down. I think there's a whole. Yeah, if you're not on there, you better tune in.
It sounds like a lot of stupid people to me.
Well, okay.
They're all buying useless air conditioners.
I don't know if they're buying useless air conditioners, but
it's not Twitter X, it's X Twitter.
X Twitter, whatever. But again, I just want to bring up another
EX
point of
hyphen
Condesol. Drug
exactly.
I'm gonna pay for.
I gave that
my
to you.
copays for Greg tomorrow.
Just like you gave me the softballs, I just gave that to you.
All right. Anybody want to comment? Anyone want to comment on Bob's shirt before we end off?
Love the show.
One of the greatest episodes of TV ever.
I know about that, but it was pretty good.
Oh well, of course.
At the time. At the time. Hi.
Your consultation with the law offices of Quibble, Squabble, and Bicker has ended. You may pay your retainer at www.qsblaw.org. Please exit to the right of the water cooler and grab a candy from the front desk. We hope to see you again soon, but you need to leave now. I said leave. Why don't they ever listen? Get out! Get out!